What's up, YouTube? On this episode of Coddiwomple Overland, we're going to continue to explore southern Utah. Coddiwomple Overland is proudly powered by Cummins Off-road, where you can completely outfit your vehicle and still retain their lifetime powertrain warranty. We're also brought to you in part by Overland Vehicle Systems, Trail Rated Coffee, Skinny Guy Campers, and more Expo. Also, if you're looking for some of our merch, make sure and check out shopoverlandapparel.com. When we left you on the last episode, we had some electrical issues. We woke up this morning to find Joe having a flat tire.
No, they just probably had it loose in their truck and it just popped off, you know, dropped on the trail.
We also took a little time around camp so I could get some editing done. The other big reason we were taking our time around camp was to wait for our good friend Tony from Batts Off-road to show up. Once Tony got there, we all packed up and started the day's adventure. You really never know what you're going to find out here in the desert. We popped around the corner and found these lush green cottonwood trees. It was obvious that we were getting close to a spring.
Water right there.
And as soon as you pass the spring, everything turns to dry desert again. While the desert doesn't have a lot of greenery, it definitely makes up for it with the unique rock formations and the other colors. There are even times out here you think you may be on a different planet.
What planet do we just land on?
Wow, look at this.
By this point, we have made our way down into the amazing Crosby Canyon. The plan was to find a little bit more water than just a spring. Crosby Canyon takes you right out to Warm Creek Bay of Lake Powell. To see this lake is truly breathtaking. The sad part is the shores are getting longer and longer and the water is getting shallower and shallower. Who knows how much longer this lake's going to be here. With that being said, we took advantage of the afternoon and the opportunity to take a swim in Lake Powell. After spending the afternoon at the lake, we decided to make our way on up toward Austrian Point for camp for the night.
I sure didn't realize it was like this coming back. Nobody's ever showed this part of it.
Yeah. I can't even see where we're going. And I don't even see a road.
The farther you get out on Austrian Point, the less identifiable the road becomes. We just took our time and really picked our way through.
Look, guys, it's a goat. Here, wait a minute. Wait a minute, just stay here for a second.
We finally made it out to the end of Austrian Point, and this is definitely a sight that you don't want to miss if you're in this area.
Stop and look and see what all's here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's pretty windy. Huh.
From this vantage point, you can definitely see how far Lake Powell has gone down. Reports are it's losing about 50 feet of water a year. You can see from these photos, almost everything here was underwater just a few years ago. After checking out the beautiful sights and taking some pictures, we decided it was just too windy up there to camp. We made the decision to try to find something a little bit more covered. We would end up driving until near dark, where we found a nice little spot that overlooked a little section of Lake Powell. After everybody had set up camp and ate dinner, we called it a pretty early night. The next morning we woke up to an unbelievable view. After we got up, we had our typical morning rounds of coffee and then started packing. Well, this didn't offer the epic views that Austrian Point did. It was still pretty incredible and gave us a little bit of break from the wind. After we got everything packed up, it was time to hit the road. This time we were going to be heading north. We were planning on making it to Escalante today. This morning we would continue our way east along the Smoky Mountain Road.
Y'all kind of have a thing with water, don't you?
Yeah, it's kind of a theme for us. It's either we're getting it poured on us or we're leaking it out.
Just before that comment from Tony, he had noticed that somebody was leaking water. Come to find out, it was us, and the valve for our water tank had been cracked open. As the trail would lead us in a more northerly direction, we jumped onto the Croton Road, and this would take us a little bit closer to Escalante. As we continued north, we headed down the left hand of the Coddiwomple Canyon.
Great.
We knew things were about to get interesting from the sign just ahead. We've been through several areas throughout southern Utah. This was the first canyon we started into that had a caution rock slide area sign at the top of it.
Yeah, you might be right.
That was the turning point, but you went official Overlander with the skinny guy. You went official Overlander with the Rotopacks. You went to RVer with the skinny guy.
Yeah, I can't argue with you there, Bill.
After leaving Coddiwomple Canyon, we turned left on Hole in the Rock Road. This would take us straight into Escalante. Once we made it into town, we decided to stop off for a nice sit-down dinner before we made it on to camp.
Tracy, what'd you get? This is huge too.
After dinner, we traveled east on 12 for just a little bit into the grand staircase, and this was where we would set up camp for the night. We sure hope you've enjoyed spending the last couple of days with us. You don't want to miss the next episode when we go visit Hell's Backbone. Thanks again for watching Coddiwomple Overland, and until next time, see ya.